Hi, this is Coach Torrey. Today for Fast Pitch Prep, we're going to be working on the next phase of our bunting package. We do everything, as we've talked about in the past, from what we call our angle bunting positioning, or angle bunting platform. The next thing that we want to take advantage of, again, when we're facing a team that has a really aggressive philosophy and those corner infielders are aggressively charging in on that sacrifice bunt situation, is what we call the slug bunt. Some people call it slash. There's a lot of different names for it, but for us, slug bunt is something that's really understandable and easy for our kids to comprehend. So we always start off again towards the front part of the batter's box because we want to sell the idea that we're going to sacrifice bunt. And we've already talked about in sacrifice bunting that we position ourselves in front of home plate to give our hitters the greatest margin for error for getting the ball down in fair territory. Well, for the slug bunt, it's similar that the further I am out in front of home plate, the better chance it gives me of getting the ball down in fair territory. But here we're taking advantage of that aggressive defense. So, as we talked in the past, when I get into this bunting position, I'm going to try to show and sell the entire team on the fact that I am going to sacrifice in this sacrifice bunt situation. I pivot, push, pull, both hands separate. I get that bat out at the top of the strike zone, my body's in this good athletic position, and I want to be able to see the bat and the ball come together. So I've sold the idea of the sacrifice bunt. Now what I hope happens, and what I'm looking to see happen, is those corner infielders aggressively charging in. When I read that, in a slug bunt situation, now both hands are going to slide together pretty much at the top of the tape. My shoulders are going to stay square, and from here I'm going to come back and take a swing and try to put some real juice on the ball. I'm trying to slug it past somebody. The fact that I'm shortening up so much on the bat gives me pretty good bat control, but it also gives me a chance to put enough energy behind the ball to hit it past those charging infielders. So again, I'm going to start off in my normal hitting stance. I'm trying to sell the idea of a sacrifice bunt, so I pivot, push, pull. I get that defense to commit. Shoulders stay square, my hips stay square, everything stays facing the pitcher. My hands slide together at the top of the tape. The bat comes back to this shoulder, and I try to hit that ball as hard as I can with whatever is evidently a short, quick swing, maybe a half a swing, maybe it's less than a half a swing, but I'm trying to hit the ball as hard as I can from that position. So, starting off in that regular stance, pivot, push, pull, sell the sacrifice, hands at the top of the tape, bat comes back to the shoulder, the body stays square, and hitting the ball as hard as I can. Hopefully we can use this tool effectively to push that ball, hit that ball hard past those charging corner infielders, but also if they know we have the ability to slug bunt, it maybe keeps those corner infielders a little bit more honest, keeps them a little bit deeper, and then gives me room also to execute the sacrifice bunt successfully. So everything starts off from that angle bunting platform, trying to sell the idea of a sacrifice bunt, and then once we get that defense committed, it gives us a tool as a hitter to get a runner moved, but also to potentially extend a situation, maybe even make a rally by getting an additional runner on base. So that's the slug bunt, the way we think it should be done. Thank you very much.